comes in. Come on in. Come on in. All right. It's filling up. All right, it's 2:30, and welcome to another edition of Headlights Live. I am Paul Salmon, and today, as always, we have an exciting topic to talk about. Today, we're going to talk about Wheaton Bekins Connect. So, as some of you on the call may know, that we had a past relationship with P4P, and so we're replacing that service, which was the appointment management service. And replacing that is Wheaton Bekins Connect, which is our new call center, which was launched in December of 2024. So kudos to us for doing that. And we've also entered into a strategic partnership with Yembo to provide not only virtual surveys, but also provide the appointment management service for through our call center, through their state-of-the-art calendar system. So what we're doing here, all of that means that we allow the van line to start the sales process on behalf of our agents to get that going. So today we've got some experts here who's going to share everything you need to know about Wheaton Bekins Connect. We've got April Milner, who is our VP of Sales and Marketing and Move Management. And we have Aaron Roth, who's our Director of Customer Service and also Director of the Wheaton Bekins Connect. So they're going to go into details with you. And before I introduce them officially, we've got a couple of stuff to talk about before we do that. So if you can flip the slide, April, please. So while April is finding the slide here, so many of you have asked me, and I've asked Jamie and Roger and Todd about silver certification. And I've been asked the question if it's free or not. Silver certification is free, and if you are interested, all you need to go is to training@wvlcorp.com, and that'll get you started to get the process started. And also, we've got many agents that have gone through the process, so you won't be alone. And also, we've always talked about virtual networking. This is your opportunity to get some shout out on this call or in some other event. All you have to do is get your smartphone, make a 60 to 90-second video, and upload it to wheatonmarketing@wvlcorp.com or text it to 317-518-1059. And if you don't remember any of that, you can always send it to myself or Roger Wise, or send it directly to Jamie, and we'll make sure we get it published for you. So we've got actually an example of what this would look like. And we actually did this at our recent sales training summit. So we've got Norma Perez, who's from Exodus, who's going to show you how it's done.
You can see my screen now, right, Paul?
Yes, I can.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
That's all right. I moved on.
Okay. Hi, my name is Norma Perez, and I am the Marketing and Sales Manager with Exodus Moving and Storage. Why choose Exodus Moving and Storage? We're locally owned for over 28 years. We're locally involved and nationally connected. We have a veteran liaison on board. We're the only moving company in northern Colorado that has our service certification. We got that through our van line. We're very proud of that. We're also the only moving company that has received a Torch Award for ethics from the Better Business Bureau. Some of the organizations that we are involved in is a Women's Council of Northern Colorado, and now we're also a Women's Council strategic partner for 2025 at the state level. We take a lot of pride in that because we like to support women in the real estate realm as well. We're also members of the HBA and the Rotary Clubs of Northern Colorado as well.
Good. See how easy that was? So there's your example. So by next meeting, we want to make sure we have about 5 or 6 of these from this call alone. Okay, moving right along. As always, everyone that's in our network contributes as much or more than they should. But each month we recognize some stellar folks who've contributed a little bit extra. And we like to acknowledge our drivers and our agent of the month. And we do one for each brand. So our driver of the month for Wheaton is Dan Thompson. Dan is actually from Preferred Movers of Tennessee, And Dan is actually, this is his third driver of the month. That's Preferred Movers of Tennessee in Crossville, Tennessee. And driver of the month for Bekins is James Winnie from Mafuchi in Amityville, New York. This is his third, and he was also driver of the year for 2022. So kudos to those two gentlemen. If you happen to have them in your location or see them walking down the street or whatever, buy them a cup of coffee, give them some water, pat them on the back, and thank them for their service. Okay. So also, we'd like to acknowledge a couple of agents. We're agent of the month for each brand. And first, we have Arpin of America. They are located in Texas and New Jersey. A couple of locations in Texas. They've been with an agent since 2020. And this is their fourth agent of the month. And no, they've been an agent. They were agent of the year for 2020. This is their fourth agent of the month. So kudos to them. And for the Wheaton side, we have O'Neill Transfer. They're in Portland, Oregon. This is their second agent of the month. And they've been with us since 2020. So if you happen to have these guys on the phone, if you happen to reach out or just reach out yourself and call them and say, congrats, because next month it may be you and they will be calling you. So, okay. So before I introduce, as I said, we have an exciting topic to talk about today. We've got April and Aaron, who's going to dive into Bekins Connect. So, and one more thing, if you have any questions, just type in your chat box and we'll do our best to make sure we address those. So, April.
All right. Thank you, Paul. All right. Like Paul Salmon said, my name is April Milner. I'm the Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Move Management. And joining me today is Aaron Roth, our Director of Customer Service and Wheaton Bekins Connect. So we're going to give you a general overview of the LEADS program and how it works currently and what Wheaton Bekins Connect can do to help you better manage your leads. So a question that we get a lot is, where do our leads come from? So the Van Line lead sources are a combination of SEO efforts. We do run pay-per-click campaigns throughout the year. We turn those on and off throughout different times of the year. And then also we do social media advertising on Facebook and Instagram. We also send monthly e-newsletters to our customers. So a lot of people don't know this. We send about 100,000 newsletters a month to our former customers just to keep top of mind with them. And that's one of the ways that we can generate a lot of referral business. We also do a lot of promotion within national affinity groups. So groups such as NASM, the National Association of Senior Move Managers. We do a lot of work with the Elks, the Benevolent Elks Organization, with the NARFE, the National Association of Active and Retired Federal Employees. So we have landing pages attached to a lot of those groups, and that helps us to generate a lot of leads for the Van Line. We currently have over 200 agents participating in our leads program, and those agents can choose to receive their leads in two different manners. One is direct delivery, and that is what the majority of our agents, that's how they elect to get their leads. And then in January, we launched the appointment management program through the Wheaton Bekins Connect call center. We power this through a shared partnership with Yembo. We're using Yembo state-of-the-art calendar system, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. But this call center is basically replacing P4P. So if any of you were previously on the appointment management program, you know that all of your leads were filtered to P4P, and P4P was vetting those leads, qualifying those leads, and setting appointments on your behalf. We have now brought that program in-house, and we're doing it at the Van Line level. So for those of you who might be new to the network or just new to your agency, if your agent is opting to receive leads via direct delivery, nothing has changed since last year. So when the lead initiation comes in, either by the customer calling the 800 number on our website or completing a web form on our website or one of our landing pages, Based on their origin zip code, that lead is delivered directly to your agency if you are signed up for the leads program with direct delivery. So that means if it's a phone call, it is ringing directly to your agency, and your office personnel is the very first person that the customer is talking to. So it's really important that you know this because a lot of people don't realize that that's how the leads are coming in, and first impression is everything. Also, if they're filling out a web form, you can sign up that the web forms, will appear in your portal on Access, or you can sign up in Access under your subscription notifications to get an email notifying you when you've received a new web lead so that you can reach out to that customer. Because again, you want to reach out to that customer as soon as possible. Statistics show that if you wait more than an hour, it's 75% less likely that you will actually reach that customer. So you really want to reach out as soon as possible, within minutes, if possible. Now, the difference between direct delivery and the appointment management program, and that's what we're managing now through Wheaton Bekins Connect, is that when that phone call or that web form comes into the van line, we have a member of our call center answering the phone, qualifying the lead, and setting the appointment for the agent. If it's a web form, we have the call center calling and emailing that customer, and we go through a whole series of 4 attempts to reach that customer over the course of multiple days. So we do immediate calls and emails, and then we're following up with calls and emails over the course of several days until we hopefully reach the customer and we can set the appointment for the in-home estimate for that agent. So what are some of the benefits of using the Wheaton Bekins Connect call center? One, it's staffed by van line employees, and our van line employees have a great knowledge of our van line. They have a great knowledge of our agents. They're actually beginning the sales process on your behalf from the very first moment that they're talking to the customer. They're also updating all the notes in Access and in Touchpoint. So by the time you have that customer order, you already can see the notes, you can see the attempted calls. The customer already feels like they have a real relationship with the van line and therefore with your agent. Like I said, we're using Yembo technology for the calendar program. If you previously used P4P, you know that their program did sync with both Google and Outlook calendars. The Yembo technology also syncs with Google and Outlook calendars. So if you had ever previously worked with P4P, you don't need to download a new calendar system. You just need to sign up for a Yembo account. And good news, it's free. So you can sign up for a free Yembo account and sync your calendar with us, and then we can easily schedule appointments for you. Now, a question that we get a lot is, I don't use the virtual surveys through Yembo. Do I need to be doing virtual surveys in order to use the calendar? The answer is no. What we are setting currently at the call center are in-home estimates. If you reach out to the customer after the appointment is set and you decide together that they would rather have a virtual survey and your agency is capable of doing that virtual survey, by all means, offer that appointment in any manner that you can. But you're not required to do these as a virtual survey. We are currently setting appointments for in-home surveys. Okay. Once the appointment is set, Yembo is great because it sends automatic texts and reminders and emails. So as an agent, you will get an email saying that the appointment has been set. So you can click on the button, you can go into the Yembo record, and you can see all the information about the client. The customer will get a text from Yembo saying their appointment is set. And then you'll both also get reminders before the appointment actually occurs so that you're both, it's top of mind for both of you. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Aaron Roth. Like I said, Aaron Roth, our Director of Customer Service, is managing the Wheaton Bekins Connect call center, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the staff that we have working there. Aaron?
All right, thanks, April. Yes, as April said, my name is Aaron Roth. I'm the director here of the Customer Service Department and the Wheaton Bekins Connect program. As she's also said, as we've got van line employees that are staffed to do the Connect program. We have 3 senior relocation coordinators in particular from the Customer Service Department that you see there on screen, Angela Bontrigger, Jessica Curtis, and Tammy Santana. They are handling the appointment scheduling, and between the 3 of them, they have over 40 years of experience, all in the customer service, national account, sales, and coordination arena. So a lot of experience within the industry, but in particular in this sort of arena here. Myself and Lisa Soul. Lisa Soul is the manager of the customer service department. We oversee the coordinators with this program and just the program in general. So any questions that you have for any of us, we are certainly happy to help. Next slide. All right. We currently have 14 agents that are participating in the Wheaton Bekins Connect program. We've had 20 so far. We've had 26 opportunities come to us. Of those 26, 18 have responded. Those potential customers that have responded to us, we have set 13 appointments. And actually, just minutes before this call started, we actually set another appointment. So we're now up to 14 appointments, thanks to Angela Bontrager on that one. And then we've had 2 additional customers that had appointments set directly with their local agent. So going into this program, our closing ratio goal for scheduled appointments was 70%. And currently, we're at 72. We're actually now at 73% with that new one that just scheduled. But we are currently at 73% of our the closing ratio. So we're over the goal. Now, certainly that's going to fluctuate as time goes on. But the good news is we're off to a great start. And we look forward to scheduling more appointments. And if you are interested in joining the Wheaton Bekins Connect program for us to do your appointment scheduling, certainly reach out to us, and we're happy to help and happy to get that set up for you.
Yeah, thank you, Aaron. So as I mentioned earlier in the presentation, we have over 200 agents currently participating in our leads program. We do not cross-brand leads. So that's a question that we get a lot. If you're a Wheaton agent, you are going to receive Wheaton leads. And if you're a Bekins agent, you are going to receive Bekins leads. But you can certainly opt to receive those via direct delivery and manage them yourself, or take advantage of the Wheaton Bekins Connect call center, and we can manage those on your behalf and set appointments on your behalf so that calls aren't getting missed or emails aren't being returned. And let me check the chat box real quick. Okay, so we do have a couple of questions I'm going to answer. Actually, before we do that, I think I do have one more slide. So the Van Lines lead program, you guys may have seen the memo that I sent out in January. I believe it was January 10th, if you want to look back in Access and pull that memo. The direct delivery leads, the telephone leads are $5. They've been $5 for a long, long time. We have not made any changes to that. So that would be telephone leads. People are calling, looking for estimates. The web forms, when people fill out a web form, which is emailed to you or into your portal and Access, those are $25. And that is the same price, whether you're on direct delivery or the appointment management program. In addition, if you want us to set appointments on your behalf, there is a fee of $40 per appointment set. So you're only paying for the appointments once it is set. And now let me go to the questions. Okay, so Victoria had a question. Where are the majorities of those opportunities located? Are they spread across the country? So we do get leads coming in from all over the country, from different parts. Obviously, there is going to be a larger amount of leads coming from more condensed areas a lot of times, and a lot of this is really also driven by branding. So the more that we're promoting our Wheaton and Bekins brands throughout the country, the stronger our branding is, the more people are driven to our websites and to our phone numbers. And then, of course, with referrals as well. So it is nationwide, though. All of our campaigns are nationwide. Tara, thank you for that question. What time is the call center staffed? So we are, Aaron, actually, I might let you answer that question because I know that we do have a couple different hours, people on some different shifts over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So the customer service department is currently staffed until 6 o'clock Eastern time. With Angela, Jessica, and Tammy, they are staffed until 5 o'clock Eastern time. So we try to get everything scheduled. We check the inbox that we have for these leads that come in up all the way up until 5 o'clock, so we can try to capture these as quickly as possible and get appointments scheduled. So and then first thing the next morning, we're checking that box to see if there's any that came in overnight, so we can follow up on it as quickly as possible. But we are staffed 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the department, and then for the leads until 5.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay.
All right. And
Wait,
okay, Cameron asks, is there a potential to be staffed? Yes. So Cameron, that is in our plan to have some more Pacific time friendly hours in the call center. Definitely, that is something that we are working on. And our goal is to have that executed. I would love to see it happen before peak season. We'll see how that goes, but we are definitely working on that on both evening and weekend hours. We're working on, and we feel you guys. We love you guys out on the West Coast, so we are trying to find a solution for that.
I think we have another question, April.
The same is true with the weekend hours. So the Pacific time and the weekend hours, we're working to get some staffing for that.
Good.
Jim, did you have a question? It looked like you unmuted.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll just jump in for a few things. Actually,
Sure
I
thing.
just want to give a big shout out to April and Aaron and their respective teams. When April and I first sat down and contemplated what Connect would look like, that was probably in like the second week of December. And then either that week or the next week, we got notice that P4P was effectively closing at the end of the year. So we moved our May 1st timeline, which is what our launch date was originally going to be, to January 1st. So kudos to April and her team. Big high fives all the way around on that. So we are working through after hours solutions. We're working through the weekend solutions. So there'll be more to come on that side of it. Want to give further props out to Aaron's team for the closing ratio they've achieved at 72%. P4P would typically run in the mid to high 60s. So we'd usually convert about 2/3. So although we have a small sample size, they're definitely really doing the right thing. And, you heard Aaron say it, and we fully believe it. This brings kind of our culture into a call center. So instead of going to kind of a third party that could do multiple different, agencies and band lines where they just kind of speak one kind of flat line across it, I think we're going to be better at being able to convert a lot of these opportunities into actual appointments for you, just having our team there. So some other things that are actually coming down the pipe here with Connect down the road, we're actually looking at opportunities so that we can purchase leads at a wholesale rate and pass those along. We know P4P was doing that for some of our agents. So we're exploring that at the moment. So we'll have more news to you here in the next month or two on what that looks like. So we're going to probably run through a test program. And if we find some value to it, then we want to definitely make sure that we can roll that out to the greater network. Virtual surveys are just starting, but some great news behind what they're doing there. I know Angela's actually done one, if not more than that. But so excited just to see this start to take some shape, catch some wind. So it's starting to move. Kind of the last piece I'll put out there, we're also looking at making some changes to the user interface on our website and even trying to get this to be a little bit more automated to where, there may not necessarily need to be an interaction directly on actually setting the appointment. We may have an opportunity to let customers actually choose the appointment time and date that they want based on updating calendars. So we're just exploring a lot of different things that what Connect can mean to us. So, as you try the system, please provide feedback to us. Let us know what's good. Let us know what else you might want as we try and build this out. But we want this to be a usable tool for everyone in our network. But I think the foundation so far has started out very well. And again, thanks to April and Aaron for making it a success right out of the gate.
Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? We get them all, April?
I think so. And yeah, if anyone does have questions or, a wish list, if you have something that you're like, man, it would be great if the call center could provide X service, right? Or something like that. Let us know. We are definitely open to ideas. We want to stay cutting edge. We want to, set ourselves apart from our competition so that we're booking the most shipments that we possibly can. So you guys are as profitable as you can possibly be. That's always our goal, is to have strong, healthy agents. So feel free to reach out to myself, to Aaron, to Paul, or to Roger. If you would like to participate in the leads program, whether direct delivery or through the call center, we can help you get set up with that. Or if you just have questions in general, feel free to reach out to any of us, and we are always happy to help.
Good. Excellent. Thank you, April. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Aaron. And if I'm going to keep talking just for a little bit, but if you have some other questions, just drop them in the chat box. So upcoming events, Marketing Success Group, which has been really stellar in the last couple of months. That's tomorrow at 2 p.m. You probably will get a memo from Jamie for our registration. That's an opportunity for anyone that's in your group that's involved in marketing. It's a great place to share information and pick up some new ideas as well. The band, yes.
Tomorrow is going to really be a robust conversation because we have 70 people signed up to be on that call.
Well,
I think we are going to have some fireworks during that call tomorrow.
Cool. Excellent. All right. So you heard that. So I'm sure it'll be more than 70 people in once we made that announcement from today. The Van Line Summit and Awards Gala will be February 26, 27. That's next week. I believe you cannot register anymore, but you can also go ahead and donate to Keaton Corral. That's still open. The registration for Gala is not open. However, if you really, really wanted to come, who knows? We may be able to get you in for a fee. But anyway, so this is the gala that will have all the major awards: Agent of the Year, Driver of the Year, Extra Mile, Lifetime, Top COD, Top National Accounts, Top Hauler. All the big awards will be given at the gala. So if you have already registered, that's good. Be prepared. Come and have some fun. The ATA conference is going to be March 9th through the 11th. I'm not sure where it is, but we've got plenty of time to figure that out. And the next Headlights call will be March 19th. And we'll get memos out to you. And if you have any questions beyond what we're doing, what we've talked about already, please reach out to us and we'll make sure we do our best to respond to them. So as always, thank you for your time and thank you for everything that you guys do. And have a great rest of your day.